Hi, I'm Lisa Hines, Director of Missions at Boston Avenue United Methodist Church in Tulsa, Oklahoma. As followers of Jesus Christ, we're called to go out into the world and share God's great love for all people, and we're invited to join in God's healing and redemptive work in the world through acts of compassion, justice, and mercy. We call this work missional service, and one of our core values here at Boston Avenue is developing mission partnerships as Christ's love in action. This allows us to collaborate with others in our community and around the world to accomplish God's purposes for the world. Through volunteering, advocacy, and financial support, we join other congregations, extension ministries, and other community agencies in the ongoing work of caring for the most vulnerable people among us. 1/3 of our financial support for these ministry partnerships comes from your gifts to our 3 yearly mission offerings at Christmas, Easter, and during the month of July. In 2024, our congregation collected and donated over $48,000 worth of goods, raised over $550,000 for missional outreach service and programming, and served over 38,000 people with 39 mission partners. I'd like to introduce you to one of those mission partners today, Criminal Justice and Mercy Ministries. Come along with me as we visit Exodus House, Tulsa. We're here at Exodus House, Tulsa, Criminal Justice and Mercy Ministry. I'm with Michael Thomas, the site director here. Michael, would you like to tell us more about CJAMM and about Exodus House?
I would love to tell you about Exodus House. Exodus House is such a great place. We're part of Criminal Justice and Mercy Ministries. Exodus House, we do amazing things. We see people change their lives, and we see people accomplish things that some of them have never accomplished. Just a great place to come, really gives them a fresh start. But most importantly, we are planting seeds for Christ. So Exodus House, we're a prison ministry, and we help men and women coming out of incarceration. They come straight to us from DOC, and they have a fresh start, and that's what Exodus House is really about. Exodus House has been here for over 25 years, so we've been a staple in this community for a long time. We are a small but mighty ministry here in Tulsa. So right now we are in the rainy courtyard. We have 10 client apartments here at Exodus House Tulsa. Every apartment is sponsored by a church. Boston Avenue happens to sponsor 2 apartments here, the only church that sponsors 2 apartments at Exodus House. And every client that goes into each apartment is supported by that church. That's what really sets our program apart, is the love and support we get from our sponsors. I'm here with Judy Rowell. Judy has been a longtime CJAMM supporter. She's been involved in our ministry for over 25 years. Mm-hmm. So tell me how CJAMM and your involvement with Exodus House has changed your life.
Oh gosh, I really enjoy working with CJAMM, with Exodus House, with Redemption when we had that. It's just good to be able to help people, to get people to realize that sometimes a lot of the people that come out of prison, I've noticed, have a problem understanding why people want to help them. They don't feel worthy. And, God doesn't make junk. Of course they're worthy. And grace is important to everyone, and we need to extend it to everyone.
So at Exodus House, I think that about 90% of the clients that come into Exodus House have substance abuse issues. And what we have found is that that's just a way of life that they have maybe learned or been taught. A lot of times it's been taught.
It's generational.
So we incorporate support with our 12-step study. It's faith-based 12-step study. We also provide support for teaching them new habits and new ways of learning. Service is a big part of Exodus House. If you keep yourself busy, you're not thinking, right? So we do a lot of service work. We do community meals at several of our sponsored churches. We've done a coat drive. We have done a lot of things, but we also do fun stuff. So it's not all about work. It is important that we teach them that you can have fun and go fishing or go roller skating or go bowling, or there's things that you can do that is a lot of fun without drugs or alcohol. And I think that that's an important thing we're teaching a different way of life here at Exodus House.
Right.
My name is TJ. I'm a resident here at the Exodus House. They took me in when I recently discharged from prison. They've helped me out a lot. They've helped me get my license. They've helped me get like all my paperwork and stuff. They've helped me with referrals to get jobs, and they've helped me with a place to stay. They're real big on community and trying to help people. So like I did roughly almost 30 years of imprisonment. I went in as a juvenile, as a kid, and got out as an adult. And if it hadn't been for Mike Thomas and the Exodus House here in Tulsa, I don't know where I would be at today. So yeah, I appreciate and thank them a lot.
So we are big on teaching life skills that a lot of people that are coming out of prison, maybe they have never learned those skills. So skills like paying bills and getting things back that they may have lost due to addiction. Most importantly, getting back a relationship with their family. I think that's the biggest part.
I came in here and I had a lot of legal problems. They've been behind me 100% all the way. They've helped me get my driver's license back, and that was just an act of God. You know, they've been there to support me in everything. With getting my kid back. DHS had my son for about 6.5 months, and they gave me a place to stay and with support, and you know, that's just a really godly, loving place. And so they've been there to back me in just everything. You know, they've really been support where I never had any. So we're required to do a 12-step study. I think that's every Tuesday from 6:30 to 7:30. And then on Thursdays we do Bible class, and just learning about God and what God can do for us, and just everyday life has been such a life-changing thing for me too. I knew always that I had like a godly sense. I loved God and I believed in Him, but I never knew anything about Him until Exodus House. And I know so much now, and it just helps your everyday everything, quality of life, your outlook on life, and everything.
Well, we gotta go and feed and pass out coats, because I was here for the winter season. So it's like we gotta go like downtown and pass out coats and stuff like that, and like little snacks and like little hygiene kits for them and stuff like that. So that was I've never done no stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's nice trying to help people. You know what I mean? So you try to take what you get here and try to pass it on to other people and stuff like that. They come to me on a Wednesday and told me that I was discharging Friday. So they give me a paper, give me this yellow folder that had some papers in it to fill out. And one of them was a Exodus House pamphlet, fill-in form deal. And I called the 211 and got information there. And then I was like, I've seen this name, and like I went over the packet in my discharge folder, and I called because I was staying with my uncle. He tried to help me, but it was like I needed better help. I needed a little bit better help. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that he didn't help me like tremendously, but I needed more advanced help. We was at Boston, and we did the chili cook-off there. I was the guy that was doing the hot dogs. I was the one doing the hot dogs and the chips, and I made sure every kid at least got 2 cookies, one for each hand. It's cool doing stuff like that, you know what I mean, helping people like that, especially when you see the little kids and stuff, you know what I mean. It's always nice seeing them with a smile on their face and stuff like that, you know what I mean. Growing up, you try to always make sure that they get done better than you did, you know what I mean. Like that's the bars we're supposed to be set at. So when you see them, you try to make them smile and make them happy, at least while they're around you, you know what I mean? And it's really exciting to do that. They make sure that you have everything, you know what I mean? Like they're not going to let you do without nothing. Like they make sure that they try to make you fit in and feel right at home with your people here, you know what I mean? Because I mean that's what they are. These are your people here, you know what I mean? So it's this is a very good place to be. You know what I mean? For people like me that don't know nothing, when you first get out and you're kind of lost and you're in need of a spot like this, this is the place to be. You know what I mean? For sure, this is the place to be.
So I'm going to move into my own place, me and my son, and I'm going to obtain, I just got another job 2 days ago, and so it's just, I'm going to be making a little bit more money, so it's just as secure that, they taught me how to do a budget here. Before here, I never even knew how to do a budget, so I budgeted, and I realized I need a couple more dollars an hour to comfortably, make it every month to month, and so they helped me achieve that too.
They just, they don't always come from somewhere where they've had a loving mother or a loving father. They don't come from somewhere where they've been safe. And that's why one of the things that CJAMM does is the summer camp for the kids. We want to reach those kids at New Day Camp. If a child has a parent who's been incarcerated, either currently or ever, right? They can go to New Day Camp. It's completely free.
Hi, my name is Rochelle Caudell, and I'm a registered nurse. And this will be my 4th year to be a camp nurse at the New Day Camp down at Cross Point, which is a Methodist campground, and it's a beautiful place on the banks of Lake Texoma. So I've been a camp nurse, and I love doing it. So when this opportunity came, I just jumped on it, but I had no idea how different it would be, because these little kids coming to us are traumatized, and they have very different emotions than some that are coming from a healthy family. And it took me through the first year to realize that you can't fix them in a week, and just recognizing that, but being able to give and do what you can and hope that those seeds will fall on fertile ground.